If you DC, I Professor Ben K. Fred Mensa, Department of Political Science, Howard University. Or you're gonna need this year, so I bet me actually, Monos what's now no match. Ako school, the Ababe professor into American political system, Nasipa, any area they are better. So the America about one akwaya, Chuma mention or Joe Biden, and I feel on my penny Donald Trump and Tema to say, cry, eh, copy your court, sunset. On my penny Trump lawyers indicated some power, my pick a and crack our moody case in Aqua Court. A prof, a bet you move said at a prof. Mensa, you work as a lecturer at the political science department, so and you've lived here for a long time. You understand the system. Can you explain to us what is happening? What is this? Is it a stalemate between Donald Trump and Biden? Are we going to get a president?
Well, definitely we are going to get a president. The interesting thing is that Americans always thought that their system of governance, particularly the electoral system, was on what I will call autopilot.
Okay.
That is to say, it was just natural. After the 4th year, there will be an election, and either the same person, if he or she hasn't completed the 8th year, would give way to a new president. So it is taken for granted. And this is what, even in our classrooms, we talk about.
Okay.
But what is happening now? There are two forces that are interacting to produce what is happening now. The first one is obvious. That is the COVID. The virus.
Okay.
Okay. When the virus came, over here we are taking it a lot more serious. Okay, because we have lost a lot of people. Over 230 people, 230,000 have died, and over 8 million infected, even including the president himself.
Yes.
And his wife and his last. Well, I would say his last one. I don't know what happened. So everything just changed in the sense that, you see, America was noted for early voting. It was also voted in some states for what we call mail-in. Okay, mail-in. Now, what is happening, and it's not every state that was doing the mail-in.
Okay.
Now, what is happening now is that in order, to offset some of the dangers of getting infected, it was allowed in most of the states that you either mail in, or you bring it to a box somewhere and drop it off.
Drop box.
Okay, drop box. Now, so that is one. So a lot of the ballots, have been sent by either mail in or drop off. And they have millions of them. And in this case, they have to manually count them. No longer going to be done for them by the computer. Okay, that is one. And this is what is delayed. We should not be surprised, because many countries do experience this. But we thought only the developing countries. That's what we used to think. The second one, which is creating the tension, is the character and the attitude of the president himself. You see, Donald Trump is not the normal American president. Okay?
Why so?
Yeah, well, Donald Trump, he came into the office not as the known politician. He came into the office with a character that has been with him since his childhood. He is from a highly privileged family. He says he has money, and nobody knows exactly how much he has. And so he in a nutshell,
he breaks all the rules or the characteristics of a typical political leader.
He has broken them all over the place. And nothing really sticks with him. He was going to be impeached. To be impeached in America meant that you first be investigated, in fact be interdicted at the House level. America has the bicameral system. The House of Representatives and the Senate. Now, he was first interdicted by the Senate, but then it was, by the House. But then it was considered to be political, because the House still now is captured by the Democrats. Then the Senate by the Republicans. So when the issue reached the Senate has to try him. And if 67%, that is 67 out of 100 senators, voted to get rid of him, then he would be voted out. But then because it was his own people in the Senate, he was never removed. That alone, kind of hurt him and put like a red blood into his eye. Even before then, he was extensively investigated. And he considers the media as an enemy. Anything that the media says, he says fake news. In fact, the concept of the fake news has really been popularized
by Donald Trump.
By Donald Trump. By Donald Trump. Okay, some of us thought that, we could just be looking at him, listening to him, and be a fan. It's just like what Chinua Achebe said in his book. The white man came with his religion. We were amused by his behavior, but he put a knife on the rope that tied us together. Now we are falling apart. This is what is happening in America. We are falling apart. Donald Trump has put a knife on that rope. So, okay, to come back to the issue, we're going to have a president. We're going to have a president.
How?
Now,
6 states. Okay, now it's 5.
5 states. The states which are still on his side, even though his victory, or his lead is narrow, are Georgia, Alaska, Pennsylvania. Then on the side of the former Vice President, Mr. Joe Biden, are Nevada and Arizona. There he is leading. Okay. Now, somewhere Arizona is narrowing a little bit. To be honest with you, if I were Democrats, I would not start